Almost who smoke dope, and we got them. Because they smoke dope. Freaky all the time based on the type of drug they use. You think these young high school football players coming in with them basketball shorts you got, with them motherfucking grown man, big heads, prints, and them hoes looking.
Greetings, YouTube. This is the man with the master plan to keep the promos in the palm of his hand. That's right, the promo king himself, product 5 stacks and counting. And this is the art of an interview. Throughout my career, I've got the chance to sit down with a lot of different types of professionals, all the way from activists to politicians, career gang members, ex-criminals, former drug smugglers, everybody. So I figured that, what would be a better way to show you guys the psychology of some people and how they try to convey messages through their interviews, and how you can kind of pick up on the history and the personality of a person just based on the way that they answer questions that they're asked. One of the biggest interviews I've ever got a chance to do was an impromptu interview with the one, the only, Charleston White.
What would be the first meal that you would feed me?
Salad.
Now, Charleston is quite the character, let me tell you. And despite what he portrays to everyone, he's a very, very intelligent man. And despite a lot of the things that he says, there is a message. And that's what I want to show you guys today. This right here, this is an interview that he did with Say Cheese just recently. It's gone viral, of course. He always goes viral.
Man, I just want to say, keep Vaughn's name out your mouth.
You say keep Vaughn's name out my mouth? Fuck
man,
Vaughn, nigga. Fuck Vaughn.
This Vaughn all the
Fuck Vaughn. And hey, listen to this. And his mama too.
And first, what I want to do is I want to kind of dig into a little bit of the history of Charleston White and why he is the person that he is today.
When you were a kid, you jumped on the dryer.
Yeah, I was in the washing. Yeah, I was jumping up and down on the washing machine because when I fell in, homie, it was on spin still. So we sued Quick Wash because it took me a long time to have to learn how to walk again. So that's how my mother was able to afford my expensive attorney when I caught that murder case. She had to go petition the courts to get the money that I won out of the lawsuit against Quick Wash. I think I was a 5-year-old kid, a small frame 5-year-old kid inside of a spinning washing machine that's going at its fast. I broke everything from my waist down.
It's kind of crazy how sometimes really, really good things can come out of tragedy. And for that to happen to Charleston White, falling into a washing machine while it's still spinning, it definitely was detrimental to his health, but enabled his mother to be able to pay for his criminal defense later on. It can kind of already show you how Charleston White has felt like he's on a redemption arc pretty much through the entirety of his career.
Do you think it's possible to fix your eye?
I don't want to go through that. Why would I want to fix it? I ain't gonna be bad no more.
I also think it's kind of funny that it really seems that a lot of people that have success, when you go back and you examine their lives, they typically were assholes, little badass little kids, with the snot in their nose, don't ever seem to know how to blow their nose.
Right now, I'm a superhero. I'm the baddest walking, talking, breathing with 2 hands, 10 fingers, 2 feet, a pair of lips, and 1 eye and 2 ears.
Charleston, like I said, has a lot of adversaries out there. But this one in particular is going to showcase his issues that he's had in the past with Cam Newton.
Okay, so let's flip it. All right, cool.
Yeah, you think, hold on. You think I'm running around being this disrespectful and ain't ready to respond?
When Charleston talks about the situation, I want you to pay attention about how he speaks about Cam Newton. And you really get the feeling when Charleston walked into the interview, he had respect for Cam. But by the time it was over, it was something else.
He think he finna get me up on his platform before the world. Say you're sorry, Dion. I'm sorry. That's how I got charged with aggravated assault with the deadly weapon, because the barbershop shit had just happened. And that nigga pressed me while I jumped up. He said, nigga, what you do? I said, yeah, I come up out there. That's how I got charged. Because the footage only shows me coming out the barbershop, going to my car, coming back through with the gun down like this, coming out with that pulling the trigger.
There's a lesson in this, okay? We cannot put our personal feelings into the interview because people want the information. If all they cared about was what you have to say as the interviewer, then they wouldn't tune in when you interview somebody else. They would just watch you by yourself. And I think that's where Cam messed up at. Now, the beef between Charleston White and Lil Boosie, the famous rapper, is well documented. All right. And when Charleston White speaks about Boosie, you see how deep he goes with the dislike and the statements that he makes, which are very, very controversial.
You said
Who does that?
You said you wanted Boosie.
Yeah, Boosie can't beat me. Boosie got cancer in his liver.
He beat
He's still there. Cancer leaves residue. He ain't beat diabetes. Do you know, punch Boosie in his nose and he'll bleed forever because he got diabetes. He'll never stop his nose bleed. If I bite him and get a piece of his meat, he gonna die from the bite because the wound won't heal. Don't you know diabetic dicks don't even get hard?
I definitely do not condone anybody making light of cancer. I've actually lost family members to cancer in the past. So, I mean, that is pretty low of Charleston. And like I said, I'm not sitting here advocating for the man. I just want you to understand what this man's line of thinking is, that you can go deeper than the superficial questions and answers. And you can look for yourself and investigate for yourself and try to figure out exactly what that person is thinking in that moment. Finally, this last segment right here that I want you guys to take a look at is Charleston White speaking on the situation with Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was always wrong about that kid. I met with his father. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. And he's some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get in the light. He just come and get in the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them.
Now, as a journalist, it's my job to make sure that I call things right up the middle and that I don't report on things with malice. And I have to say that my opinion kind of aligns with Charleston, the newest opinion that he has. I think that there's a smoke screen over the top of a lot of things. That even somebody that a lot of people consider to be the lowest of the low in Charleston White, the man does have a certain level of integrity. I think that it's a character that he plays when he goes in for these interviews. Like he says it all the time. He said it all the time that this is a character that I'm playing. I got a lot in store for you guys. The Art of an Interview. I'm going to be digging through the archives of some famous people's interviews. I got one with R. Kelly that's going to be dropping. And I just want you guys to stay tuned. Got a lot on the way. I appreciate all of y'all that support me. It's up, it's stuck, and it's never coming down. Please smash that like button and subscribe. This has been The Art of an Interview with 5 Stacks. God bless.